Hello everyone. This video here, uh, I'm trying to explain how can I get the angles of the sunset, the sunrise, the elevation angle of the sun during zenith using this funny looking device. This device is using the same concept of equatorial mount. It's a plate and it's fixed to the horizon with an angle of, in my location here in Cairo, Egypt, 60 degrees. That's 90 minus my latitude line. So this angle for me is fixed here in Cairo. And then this angle here is the angle of where is the sun perpendicular on the earth. So if it's during the equinox, this angle will be 0. If it's the winter solstice, then this angle will be 23. And in the summer, it will be 23 in the opposite direction, like this. So with this device, I can look into this part and see the sun through this tube. And I can keep tracking it manually, of course, because as you see, I don't have any motor or something. And it will follow the path of the sun perfectly during the day. And when I do this, I started to notice some things. But let's get some views of this this is a top view. And this is a front view. To this device when I was watching sunrise during the winter solstice, the last December. The angle was 23, and as you see, this tube here is parallel to the ground because the sun is at the horizon. But it's only parallel when I'm looking front view, front to this part, not to the plate. Now when I move looking perpendicular on the plate, you see there is an angle. And if this is a clock, I know it's not good, well oriented, but you see here it's pointing not exactly at 6 a.m. And I started to see some triangles here. So this angle here, if it's 15 degrees, then the sunset happened 1 hour later. Oh, 1 hour later than 6 a.m. And this is from the top view. And since this device is oriented to the north, then this angle is the sun azimuth angle during sunrise. Other triangles you can see here. So I made it to be this way. This is my plate and this is my triangle during the specific day. And I started to look to it in 3D. This is the triangle from side view. This is from top view. This is magnification of this part. Anyway, my calculations went accurate, very well. But I noticed that in Quito, that's on the equator, the day during the equinox is 12 hours 6 minutes. Why is that 6 minutes? So I read more and I found that refraction has a factor. This is the idea. The sun on its path is going down, down. When you see the sun right here, this way, at that time the sun is really not at that altitude. It is below the horizon, but due to refraction you still see it. And so instead of just using trigonometry simply until the sun is here or the upper edge of the sun is on the horizon, no, there's more complications. there's more complications that I have to take account of the refraction. Uh, but luckily, I don't have to deal with refraction in everywhere, because it's not everywhere where you see the path of the sun during sunset is like this. It's very shallow angle. No, that's the more you go north or south. So in my place here in Cairo, so between the line 30 or even 40 until minus 40 in the southern hemisphere, my calculations is going so well. But beyond that limit, and in winter of north, or winter for south, my calculations goes off. I'll be going through more readings, and I'll try to find some help, and I'll keep you update. I already have a link of the latest version of my sunset calculator. Thank you. Got to add something more complications. uh, the sun path, as I showed here, this doesn't happen. A straight line of the sun path during sunset or sunrise doesn't happen except in the equinox. And I made a little test with my device. I put a laser pen and I take a long exposure picture, and I moved the light source or the pen or this moving part to simulate sunset, and this was the line that it draws during the equinox. But then I set it to like the winter, and it came up like this, goes down. So this is, say, maybe 2 hours before sunset, and then it start, getting a shallow angle. So even trying to do calculations with this concept, this 0.82 degrees, no, it's not gonna work, because this is the case. Thank you again. Goodbye, and see you soon when I'm done with this.